Okay, we can start. Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Here we will present our material archipelago. The insight of the archipelago has been divided into some part, and we will explain in the social culture part. The author is me, Muhammad Rafi abdussalam, and my friend Arif prasetyo. Okay, next. Part 1, introduction. Before we know how important to knowing the knowledge of social culture, we must know what is the social culture, what is the insight of the archipelago. Here, the introduction. What is archipelago insight? Archipelago insight is a way of looking, way of understanding, how to appreciate, how to behave, how to think, and how to act the Indonesian nation as an interaction of physiological, social culture process, and with the aspect of astagatra. Astagatra means is a geographical condition, natural wealth, and the ability of the population and the defense and security. Next, it will explain by my friend Ihsan.
Okay, what is social culture? Social culture is taken from two words. Those are social and culture. Social means is a form of non-individualism, human attitude, while culture is a way of life that develop and shared by a group of people and pass or heritage to generation to generation. So culture is develop in society and it is heritage to generation and generation. So social culture can be interpreted as a social culture, or in Indonesia we know kebudayaan yang sosial or social and culture condition of the region concerned with the surrounding area. Next.
Okay, next. Part 2. So, if we talk about how important of knowing of the social culture knowledge, you must ask why. What the reason of knowing the social culture knowledge? Why we should have the knowledge of social culture? This is the part. We'll explain the analytical reason about knowing the social culture knowledge. First, my friend will explain the analytical of social culture in Indonesia.
Okay. It is why we should learn social culture. The first reason is general analysis of social culture in Indonesia. There are 3 points in this presentation. First is the fact that the Indonesia is consists of various ethnic groups with all the cultural diversity that is reflected in various aspects of its culture, which are usually not separated from primordial ties, ethnicity, and religionalism. And the second is the social condition of the Indonesian people can be seen from several aspects, two of which are social and cultural aspects. And the third is the social structure of society in Indonesia is characterized by two unique characteristics. These are horizontally and vertically. So we can conclude that general analysis of social culture in Indonesia is because of the differences of ethnic Indonesia, many ethnic Indonesia, religion and custom. So that this is general analysis that we should learn about social culture in Indonesia. So next.
Okay. Indonesian also have the problem with the social culture. Here, the analytical of Indonesian social culture problems. First, the ongoing development process have positive and negative impact in the form of shifting cultural values so natural the human mental is affected. The second is the rapid influence of foreign culture, which causes the culture shock. For the example, the Korean culture has been influenced Indonesian generation. We know that the girl now uh, very like or very love the culture of Korean. And the third is the sense of belonging to one's own culture has not been able to be actually implemented by the Indonesian people. The fourth is the low sense of the nationalism, which is one of the causes of the society being indifferent to the national culture. The fifth, the last is the intolerant attitude have been occurred between ethnic, religion, and culture in Indonesia. That we know that Indonesia have many ethnic, religion, and culture. So if the Indonesian people cannot be tolerant each other, there is the big problem, I think. Next, the essential of social culture knowledge. You must you have the question what is social culture give, and if we knowing the social culture knowledge, what we can have, what we can this is the first, the social culture have provide knowledge human dignity as individual and social beings in people lives. The second is provide the basic aesthetic, ethnical, moral, legal, and cultural values as a basic for respecting and respecting value to human beings, so that the society peacefulness will be created. We know that the peacefulness between society is the important thing. The third is the social culture provides the basic for understanding social and cultural issues and being able to be critical, analytical, and responsive to solve the problem in the society. We know that Indonesia have many problems of the social culture. Uh, we have been presented before in the part 2, and if we learn social culture knowledge, we will be the critical, analytical, and responsive people to solve the problem in the society. Next, this is the last part, the conclusion. How the important to knowing the social culture knowledge will explain by my friend Isan.
So it is how important to learn social culture. So it is really important. Yeah, the important for the people. It will have a high sense of pride and ownership. All of natural reserves and natural resources and national culture at all level of society can be instilled from an early age. So if we learn of a social culture, it will increase our nationalism. So we will proud of our culture. We will proud of our country. It can be carried out through a plan and directed educational process. This is done so that there is no social culture resilience crisis in the community. And it is the important for us as the academic, yeah, for us as the student. The student of college, as individual and civilized social being, have a foundation of knowledge, insights, and confidence to be critical, sensitive, and wise in dealing with social and cultural issues that develop in society. It is important for us as a student to learn social culture in order that sometimes when there is a problem that develop in society, it will it will we can solve it we can solve it with the social culture knowledge. So it is why the important for academic is really important. Social culture is really important to be learned for the academic, for the students.
Okay, that's the conclusion. If you all guys have the another conclusion according to our presentation before about the introduction, according to introduction, according to the analytical reason, and according to essential of the knowing social culture knowledge that we have been presented before, it's depend to you. But this is our conclusion. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See ya, see ya, see ya.
Stay healthy, everybody.
Stay at home.